The virus pandemic is yet another crisis requiring massive state intervention. Like the financial crisis, it will cost hundreds of billions of pounds. In 2007-8, states used the power of their treasuries and central banks to rescue the banking system. Despite the dubious financial practices that caused the crisis, most of which still continue. In 2020, the state is having to lift the whole economy off its knees. What are the lessons from 2007-8 for 2020? Rescuing the banks in 2007-8 left the government with a large hole in its finances and an accumulation of debt. To reduce both the nation's debt and eliminate the shortfall in state funding, the Tory Lib Dem coalition imposed a harsh austerity to cut public spending down. Public services were decimated and welfare slashed. The people who relied on those services and benefits paid the price for a crisis in which they played no part. Funding the current crisis by borrowing from the financial sector will mean another sharp rise in the nation's debt. This will put pressure on state finances with the threat of further austerity, making the poor and public services pay the price once again. States don't have to borrow to fund their spending. The state, through its central bank, has the power to create new money free of debt. Following the 2007-8 crisis, the Bank of England used this power to create new money to encourage financial investment via the process known as quantitative easing. The present crisis is nobody's fault, but it has decimated the economy. Why can't quantitative easing be used to rescue the people rather than generating further debt with the threat of austerity? The economy has crashed through the floor. This is no time to be borrowing to fund the rescue. This is the time to exert the monetary power of the state. Now, direct funding of government rescue package by the central bank will be criticised as printing money with the threat of inflation. However, inflation is not the problem in the current crisis. In fact, deflation and recession are more likely, with the economy shrinking by up to a third. People have suffered enough. They have paid for the current crisis through lost income, spent savings, debts owed, and even their lives. Don't make them pay again.